And on that note, welcome to the engine failure.
You can't do that.
Welcome to the engine failure.
No.
How's everybody doing today?
Raymond's now started saying stupid things before the podcast.
It's true.
To get me to laugh.
No. You're so confused now.
Is that even true?
Before we get to that, yes, it is. Moving on.
Okay, before we get too far into this podcast, I have a thing that I want to do.
I'm Raymond.
Oh, yeah, I'm Nick.
And this week we don't have any guests. Luckily for you, though, we have guests upcoming for the next 2 weeks, so be sure to tune in.
We also have sponsors, so we're finally making some money, and I can afford to feed my family.
No, we're not making money yet.
Shh. I can afford to feed my family.
Nick.
Well, yeah. Okay, anyways, our $10,000 sponsors will help us out.
You just made me spill shit all over myself.
All right, $13,000 sponsors.
So anyways, what did you want to talk about?
I have a thing that I've been wanting to do for the past really long time.
A thing that you've been wanting to do.
Yeah. So,
yes.
You know how we post this podcast on like iTunes and Google and stuff and things and Spotify? Yeah. Well, here's what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to go on iTunes and I want to give away one of these awesome, lovely shirts, which you can buy at store.ar12gaming.com.
AR12 baseball tees, for those of you that can't see. Pictures will be on the Engine Failure Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can go and check it out there if you're listening to the audio podcast.
Anyways, so I'm going to kindly donate one of these to the Engine Failure. Basically, what I need people to do is go on to iTunes, give the show 5 stars, write a nice little comment, and then I'm going to choose someone, we'll say like in a week or so, and I'll send them out a t-shirt.
From the comments.
Yeah.
Of that episode.
Raymond touched my foot and it scared me.
Anyways.
Yeah, so we'll take a 5-star rating from iTunes, and I'll give them a t-shirt. Warning, they are selling out really fast, so if you're a large, watch out.
Nick, isn't that just bribery?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to know how corrupt we were.
I don't have a problem with that. Politicians happily buy votes. I can buy votes, too.
They don't buy votes.
Yes, they do.
They get bought out by businesses. It's different.
That's what I meant.
Anyways, on that note, Nick,
did you know it's already episode 6?
It is episode 6.
We've been doing this for a month and a half.
We have been doing this for a month and a half.
What have we been doing?
And I have the feeling, the viewers can agree to disagree, that we've been getting better.
Like, okay, what do we talk about?
Nothing and everything. Literally nothing and everything.
We talk about nothing for a really long time.
We cover everything that life may throw at us. We've done high school stories.
Yeah, we've done that.
We've done people driving their cars into lakes.
Who drove a car into a lake? Oh, no, someone drove into a swimming pool. That was Keith Moon. We spoke about that.
Yep.
We've given life advice. The water guy.
The water guy.
There's plenty of things we've discussed over the past 6 weeks.
And we will discuss many of more today. So, to start things off, I've been wanting to pick a bone all week.
Okay. Is this about your tweet you made?
Yeah, this is about my tweet. So,
Raymond tweeted something. When was it? Not Wednesday.
It was Monday.
It was Monday. Raymond tweeted, and he was like, "Oh, I saw someone throw something on the garbage on the ground." And then I picked it up and gave it back to them, and then they yelled at me. Well, so what the hell happened?
So
Also, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Always gotta work the plug-in, bro.
Can I tell my story, or are you too busy plugging?
No, I'm done for now.
Okay, you're
Give
done
me like
now.
10 minutes, I'll be back.
All right, I have to tell my story under 10 minutes. This might be challenging. Actually, it's not. So, what happened is, I'm coming back from the gym, chilling in the metro, minding my own business. This girl is hanging out with her boyfriend, probably young. I would say.
How old are these people?
I would say between 18 and 20.
Okay, ish.
And hanging out with her boyfriend, doing stuff.
Yep.
So, she's eating her Nutella donut from Tim Hortons.
Okay, as you do, because Tim Hortons.
And she's look at the wrappers, her hands are dirty, and she just throws it on the ground. Like that. And it's one of the new Metro carts, right?
Okay, so you're in the Metro already.
I'm in the Metro. This is one of the brand new Metro
carts. Or sorry,
cars.
if you're from America, the Subway.
The Subway. Subway's a restaurant here. I don't know if you guys have that in the States, but...
Yes, they do!
It's a joke, Nick.
Oh.
Anyways.
I actually laughed.
So she throws it on the ground. And first off, what is so difficult about holding a piece of fucking trash for like...
Aren't there garbages in the new Metros anyways?
No, there's not garbages in the trains, and they've removed a lot of the garbages on the platforms, and the reason for that is it actually reduces littering. It's been shown.
What?
Yes. because people just hold on to their garbage.
Instead of putting it in a viable garbage can.
No, because what happens is people literally miss the garbage, or because they know there's trash cans everywhere, they don't care about where they put their trash. But if they're all of a sudden all the trash disappears, they're more self-conscious about it. There's actually a whole entire study on it. There's a reason why. There's a reason behind everything.
So you saying LA has the most garbages in the world?
I don't know that. It's whatever. Moving on.
I have a funny story. I'll come back to this.
Throws their stuff on the ground. I'm pretty annoyed because I'm like, look, it's a new train. People pay money.
Brand new.
You can just, what's so difficult about holding a piece of paper for like 20 extra minutes and throw it out of the garbage when you see one or at home?
Yep.
Nothing too complicated, right?
So you picked it up.
So I was like, I gave them a minute. I was like, is the boyfriend going to do anything? The boyfriend gave her a comment, but she didn't pick it up. I was like, all right.
Like he was like, hey.
No, yeah, it was just like, oh, you shouldn't do that. And she's like, I don't care. And then he was like, oh, okay. He was basically a pussy. Yeah, but that's besides the point.
I mean, at least he called her out a little bit.
He called her out a little bit. If you're going to call someone out, do it right, or else it's not a call out. So I go ahead, pick it up, give it to the girl, and I'm like, oh, I think you dropped this. Trying to be really polite and nice about it, right? And she's like, I'm sorry. Can you piss the off?
No.
And with like the BPS.
No.
I was like,
this was in English or French?
This was in English.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I would appreciate if you don't litter on the train. She's like, what are you? The janitor? There are people that get paid to pick up that stuff. I don't know.
No, this doesn't actually happen.
This actually happened. I was so livid. I was going nuts. I was like, how entitled can you be?
This doesn't happen.
And the boyfriend looked so uncomfortable in this situation.
He'd be like, shit.
He was just like, I don't know. So it's just like, whatever. She didn't want to take it back from me. And the boyfriend, he can't do anything because apparently he's too much of a pushover.
Yep.
So as they get up and they're leaving the train, the boyfriend had a backpack. I just put it where his water bottle thing is, and they took care of the trash. I'm sorry. Like.
Oh my God. I didn't think that actually happened.
I didn't think either.
I've never seen someone speak like that. It's only been in movies.
Okay, she didn't speak like that, but her tone was very condescending.
No, but
I added a little bit of flair, but she was very much like, I'm sorry, that's not mine. Like she was very blunt and very above herself. Infatuated with herself is what I want to say. But yes, so that is why I was pissed, because first off,
my God,
people were littering for no reason. Second off, why do you have to be so rude to me? What am I doing? Like, what the hell?
I've seen a lot of videos like that though.
It's surprising. Like when you see those videos, you don't believe it.
I've seen videos. One of my favorite things to watch is videos of like motorcyclists picking up garbage that people throw out of their window
and then throwing it back
and then throwing it back into their car, or like taping it to their window, or taping it to their wing mirror.
Here's the thing people don't realize about bikers. A lot of them are just really nice people, and they're like good Samaritans. Some of them are dumbasses, but like everyone else in life, there are dumbasses everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but some of them are just they're awesome people.
I've never met a mean biker.
Not yet.
If you go up to a biker and you're like, nice thing,
they're gonna be happy to talk about it. They'll be like, hey, you want to sit on it? They'll tell you their life story, and then you have a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really funny when people do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's ridiculous.
It is. It annoyed me.
So I'm gonna ask, did you do that on purpose for a podcast story?
No, I didn't.
No?
I was legitimately okay. You have to understand, Nick.
Because have you started going out of your way for podcast stories?
No. Okay, so I have this idea that, like, if we want society to whatever get better and all that.
Yep.
You get the little things, right?
Yep.
For example, don't litter.
Yep.
If you've gone to Japan or like the countries that I'm not saying Canada doesn't have their shit together, but there are better countries.
Not really.
Like you go to like Japan where everything like praises, there's no trash anywhere.
No, it's true.
It's all in the little stuff. So I'm like, no.
On the opposite end of the spectrum,
yes.
LA.
Is there trash everywhere there?
Okay, so take your normal American city and then take that amount of trash.
Yep.
Quadruple it.
Oh, great.
That's LA. Maybe more. I'm not even joking. So, okay. I was in LA for E3, right?
Yep.
And basically what I would do was my daily schedule was wake up in the hotel, take an Uber to E3, head back, or like get my information, do all my work, and then head back to the hotel, make my video. Yep. So what I would do is I would record my video speaking, edit it, then start to render the video. as it was rendering, because I was doing it on a laptop, it would take some time.
Go eat.
So during that time, I would walk out of the hotel and go to the Chipotle,
Okay, yeah.
and it's like a 30-second walk.
You know, there's like a Quebec version of Chipotle.
Is there?
Yeah, it's just a copycat, and it's the same. It's good too.
Oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, so I would take my, I'm not even joking, 30-second walk to Chipotle. And
Trash everywhere.
well, other than that, I saw one day like a lady on her bike like yelling at a guy in a corner
Yeah.
next to like an abandoned building,
Yeah.
and guy was crouched down
Taking a shit.
taking a dump. So I go into I'm like, there's no way this is happening. I go into the Chipotle, I order my food, I get it, I start walking back. The lady's not there on the bike, the guy's not there. I look in the corner.
There's a shit.
Yeah. He didn't listen. Like,
that is not what I was expecting to
no,
hear.
LA's, it's a great city, but at the same time it's really not.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very cool place to be, and there's so many like cool people
But
and cool
on the same
things.
time, there's a lot of like
There's a lot of stuff like
Yeah.
that.
my to come back what you said. If I did it for a podcast story, I just don't like it when people act entitled. So it's like, oh, I can throw my trash on the ground because someone
Yeah,
gets
that's
paid
dumb.
to clean it up.
Yeah.
That was my thought process. I'm like, no, get your
No, that was just an old thing on Reddit a while ago. It was like, oh, what job is created by assholes? And one of them was that.
janitors.
Yeah.
Well, no, because janitors would still have to get rid of the garbage back.
No,
But
I mean like it was something like that. It was like a
like the people that
Yeah.
get paid to go around with the claws.
yeah, and like
to
pick
pick
up
up-
stuff in parks.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's not cool.
it is not. I had something I want to talk about. Now I've completely forgotten.
Okay, well, good. I had something I wanted to talk about as
Okay,
well.
talk about what you want
The
to talk
thing,
about.
okay, so you know how I think it was episode 1 of the podcast?
Yes.
I spoke about the war on cars.
Yes.
And we spoke about it a little bit last
Yeah,
episode. And
you broke the rules.
yeah. Anyways, okay, 2 more things, 2 updates to this interesting story.
The war on cars, brought
One.
to you by the AR-12 Vision.
Okay, so between my house and your house now,
Yeah.
there's a road.
Yep.
This road has no intersections on it.
Okay.
So imagine just a normal straight road, and there's like, right?
Yeah. Is
pretty
this the
long road.
highway?
No, it's not. It's not
it's
the
just
highway.
a road where you
It's
don't
just a
have
normal
stops.
road. There's people's houses and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
You just don't need to stop.
Yeah. I
Um,
think I know which one you're talking
so-
about. It's a one-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
On this road, no intersections.
Yep.
There are 4 speed bumps and a stop sign. On this road, there's a speed bump. I would say every 200 meters, and then a stop sign, and then more speed bumps.
In some neighborhoods in Montreal, and I kid you not, there are speed bumps at every intersection.
It's really dumb.
It
No,
is.
the worst thing I've seen is a speed bump and then a stop sign at the same intersection. It's like your system
it.
is so shit. You need to put a speed bump
to
because you
enforce the
know,
stop.
like, how dumb are you?
The worst. Did you hear about what they wanted to do a while ago?
No?
There was a, and it got backfired. It got pushed back so hard that the mayor couldn't make it pass. But she wanted to change do you know what the base speed limit in any zone is? In
30?
Montreal? Oh, it's 40.
Oh, the maximum speed.
No, yeah, like the
Oh,
speed
okay,
limit.
yeah.
Right. So if you don't see a sign in a zone, whatever,
It's
you
the
assume
40?
it's 40.
Yep.
Right. She wanted to reduce all 40 zones to 30. So all of downtown Montreal, St. Catherine, Maisonneuve, which are all 40 zones.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they're 40s.
Okay.
Would all have been 30 zones.
30 is really slow.
Like Côte des Neiges too. All of
This
like,
is the local portion of the podcast. We have officially got to this point now.
you have to understand. Like
This is downtown, like the
imagine-
biggest roads.
Imagine Manhattan and like Times Square, all the like
Like
main
Fifth
arteries.
Avenue.
Yeah, Fifth Avenue.
It'd be
Goes through
30
the-
kilometers an hour.
Right?
It's like
30
15
kilometers.
miles an hour.
That's so crazy. I was just like, are you how? And it was like, well, it's to protect people. And they did have one valid point.
What's the point?
It was that impacts with injuries, statistically, the injuries are less grave if it's at 30 compared to 40.
You know what my argument is?
And my argument was, don't walk in the street.
Yeah, if you're dumb enough to walk in the street and get hit by a car like that,
Jaywalkers everywhere. so
well, we're going to
screwed.
reduce the gene pool.
Exactly.
Next generation's not going to walk in the street.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's law of the strongest, whatever.
It's the strongest genes, something like that.
Well, like yeah, it's
The
you
law,
died.
the strong.
You don't
the-
reproduce. You died. Good.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, back to my thing.
Yes.
So, war on cars.
Yes.
The very first thing I mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah.
Quebec doesn't have custom license plates. However, now they do.
Hey, I know. I
And,
saw.
Yeah, so you could. So the story behind
Did
it
Marco
was
get one?
Marco, I think, bought 2.
I can't wait to hear him talk about this. Don't ruin it.
I don't actually know which ones he got. He didn't tell me. I bought 4.
Did you get the Era 12 license plate?
I have the AR-12 license plate.
Hey,
Buddy.
that's my.
So
friend.
I have AR-12.
Did you get Ray Vision?
No, that'd be dumb.
Bro.
I bought AR-12. I bought YouTube, and I bought. It just says YouTube. This is a slight problem. Hopefully,
you should
no
put
one.
that on your GTR though. That's funny.
I think I'm gonna put it on places when I park.
Okay.
So okay, I'll come back to this. But then I also bought GTRR
Okay.
because GTR wasn't available.
Oh.
Neither was R35. Neither was R32.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So I got stuck with those.
What about VW R32?
I didn't try that one. So there were a lot of rules about what you were and weren't allowed to do. So like you can't have spaces. You can't have like what do they call the line? The dash, not the dash.
The
It starts with an H. The what?
Hyphen.
Thank you.
I only know it in French, so I was
Hyphen. You can't have hyphens. You can't have spaces.
Yeah.
So if someone has a license plate, say your license plate for example is high, you couldn't have H1.
Okay.
It has to be HI, and if someone already has it, you can't have the other version.
Oh, okay.
Same goes for like zeros and stuff like that.
Okay, so if you're trying to spell a word by being tricky with numbers,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah. So there were a lot of rules like that, and then if your plate's like really long, you can get screwed. Like you have to put a number in it or something.
Okay.
Anyways, so hopefully no one from the Quebec government watches this, because one of the things they specifically mentioned was
You're not allowed to have more than one.
no. Okay, I'll come back to that as well. So they said you can't use company names. So they specifically banned like Google and Amazon because I checked for those ones, and those ones like it specifically says like so when you're putting in a license plate, it says either it's banned or it's been taken by someone. Google and Amazon are banned. YouTube wasn't taken by anyone, so I'm like, fuck it, take it.
YouTube's not a company.
Yes, it is.
Alphabet is.
Yeah, but then neither were Google.
Yeah, neither. Well, people know Google as Google, right?
Yeah, but people know YouTube is YouTube.
Yeah, but technically YouTube is a brand, not a company. There's a difference.
I don't know. I'm sure it's copyrighted.
Yeah, obviously.
So I might not get that plate.
Well,
so hopefully they don't watch this and
if they
figure
send
it out.
You might not be allowed to use it, but you can still have the YouTube license plate.
No, they just wouldn't give it to me.
Oh, okay.
There was I saw one guy who got the license plate that just says Quebec, and that will probably be like the most
expensive
one.
Oh, he could auction that for good money.
I saw some other really good ones that I wanted to get. So ones that I could have got P1.
Okay.
So for a McLaren P1,
yeah, of course,
or
because you
first
can
place.
afford that.
No, or first place,
Hey.
which would have looked really cool.
You should gotten the winner.
Could have got CEO.
Okay.
I could have got Burnout. I could have got Drag. I could have got No Kids.
Well, here's the thing, because they just opened it up, and if you're one of the first people to do it.
Oh, I did it the first day.
They were all up.
Yeah, everything was up.
Oh man.
I did see some that were taken.
Okay, yeah, of course.
This one I only checked later in the day because I completely forgot about it. I really wanted to buy Bitcoin.
Okay.
Bitcoin and crypto were both taken. I was super annoyed.
Because it's something cryptocurrency people would do, though.
Yeah. No, like I would do that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the cool thing with these license plates is they cost $250 each.
Okay.
And all you need to do to buy one is to just put your driver's license number in.
Okay.
And that's it. You don't even need to tell them that you have a car. So it means you can just go and buy unlimited license plate if you want to just keep spending $250. Yeah.
I don't.
And it's like, so the cool thing is you don't actually have to put your license plate on a car for 4 years. So I have 4 license plates coming.
So in 4 years from now, Nick is gonna have 4 cars. Everyone.
Yeah. So I have 4 plates coming.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see how this thing.
I'm not telling people what my last one is because my last one's really good.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah.
Video.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how we do it.
It's I think it's the coolest one of them all. So I'm not telling people what it is. I didn't tweet about it or anything.
I am Jess. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe it just says Nick.
Maybe
I got Quebec.
Did you?
No.
Okay. That would have been interesting though.
But my parents bought some as well and stuff like that, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Would highly recommend you buy one just because.
You're assuming I have a lot of money at my
If
disposal.
if you're gonna buy a car at some point, worth it.
The problem is I don't know based on my income when I'm able to logically afford a car, or rather I'd save first. So it's not worth for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford a car within the next 4 years.
The car can even be like half of a car. It just needs to be registered.
Yeah, but Nick, to register, this is all things that cost
you
money.
don't even have to insure it. You
Nick?
just buy $100 car, go to the people and register it. $100
You have
and
to
the $250
understand
plate.
that unlike you, certain people don't have the luxury of thinking of money as something that, oh, I could totally do this if I feel like it. Money is important.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
That's why I bought 4
Thank you.
and not 12.
All right. Well,
I cut myself off at 4.
what
There's still today. I want to buy so many of them.
what a responsible.
I
young
wanted to
man you are.
buy as well, like CEO.
Mhm.
I still
You
want to
already
buy.
said that.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you're
I want to buy
repeating yourself.
RS6. I want to buy a bunch of them. It's
okay,
really bad.
Nick. We understand. You have a spending problem.
Yeah,
That's
there's
okay.
there's just a bunch of cool plates and they're all available. People told me if we were in the UK, my license plate that I got, I tweeted the 3 that I said.
Yeah.
They said if I had those in the UK,
I could.
all of them would be worth more than $100,000. Like that's pretty good.
That's really cool.
So maybe at
Maybe
some
I
point.
should invest in license plate. Just like pick them up.
No, there's a lot of businesses that do that.
Interesting. Anyways,
Like the YouTube one, if I actually get it, I'm sure I could sell it for more than $250.
oh yeah, if YouTube wants it or something.
Same thing with like the CEO one, right?
Yeah.
You buy the CEO license plate, a CEO really wants it, you're gonna sell it to them for like $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
Solid about the money.
go find a cool plate.
So, anyways,
What was your story you wanted to tell? That was a long one.
It's not the story I wanted to tell. I just remembered something.
Uh-oh.
Last night I went on a double date, right?
Uh-oh. Are you going to tell the story that you already told me?
No.
Oh,
This
thank
is-
God.
This is no, obviously. Gosh. So, anyways, double date, fun stuff, and it's always fun because me and the guy get along really well.
Yep.
And the guy, he swings both ways, so it's fun, and I'm very comfortable doing funny things. So we were waiting at the restaurant. The girls went to the washroom.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay, let's hold hands just to tease them when they come back, right?
Yep.
Perfectly reasonable joke to do.
Yep.
The waitress comes and starts serving us as if it's a dinner for 2, and we're like, no, we're 4.
Ooh.
The waitress was convinced that we were dating.
So what's that say about you, Raymond?
Apparently, actually, let's evaluate on this story. I have a problem, Nick.
Are you the sugar daddy?
No, I have a problem.
What problem?
I have a problem. I have been, statistically speaking,
What?
been asked out by more guys than girls.
What?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't understand it. So,
Interesting.
my first experience was once upon a
Hey,
time.
Raymond, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I don't see it.
You don't see it. What?
I don't see it.
How I prefer girls?
No.
How I get asked out by guys?
Yeah.
Me neither.
I'm sorry, but I wouldn't.
Whatever, Nick. No one cares. We already know you have bad taste in significant others.
Bro!
Sorry, Jess. She's probably gonna listen.
That's the Jimmy Carr thing.
Anyways.
I wanted to get to him, and the only way was through you.
Anyways, so what I was saying is, okay, so first time I was at a party, enjoying some friends, company, and all that. And
I thought you were about to say enjoying some friends.
yeah, well, okay, funny, haha. So some guy was just sitting next to me, and he started playing with my hair and stuff, and then he just tried to kiss me out of nowhere. To which my response was, "No, that's a form of sexual assault if you don't ask first."
Yeah, fun stuff.
It was very uncalled for. And then someone created a fake Facebook account, added me as a friend with that fake Facebook account to ask me out because they weren't out of the closet yet and they weren't comfortable with who they were, me knowing and who they were and all that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was the second time. The third time, I was asked in person.
Maybe you should just say yes.
You know how many girls have asked me out?
How many?
1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not that popular, Nick. How many subscribers do you have?
No, that's just my pickup line now. I have a lot of subscribers. Oh,
You don't
Raymond,
need a pickup line.
did I tell you?
What?
I've found
You found?
the most subscribed YouTuber in Quebec/Montreal.
Who is it?
It's a magician. His name is Chris Ramsey.
Okay.
And have you ever seen those videos of people who get like these puzzles and they have to open them?
Oh, yes.
Like you know what I mean?
I saw his channel the other day.
So I don't know how I found him, but he was in recommended for me.
Yep.
And he was like, blah, 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 something. I got back to Canada. I'm like, oh, shit. Every time I find like a Canadian YouTuber, I'm like, oh,
You always
wonder where
check
they
him
are.
out. You never know.
Yeah, because it's like whenever there's someone Canadian, I'm like, oh, cool
That's
stuff.
fun. Yeah.
And then in the description, he has like a P.O. box where you can send him stuff.
I know it was a Montreal Post address.
No, guess where it is?
Where?
It's Saint-Sauveur. So it's not Montreal, but it's Saint-Sauveur.
Wow.
And like you see his videos and it's like all trees and stuff. And
So if you guys don't know where Saint-Sauveur is a ski hill village about a 45-minute drive out from Montreal.
yeah, like when we go skiing, That's
we go
where
to
we go
St.
skating.
Silver.
Some
I
videos
used to
have been
ski
filmed
patrol
there
there
too.
because I know someone asked. Yes, that's where I used to ski patrol.
A lot of videos have been filmed there too. Like the video where I taught you to drive manual.
Yep.
That was filmed there. The
That
video
was
where I
filmed-
did donuts in the Subaru.
Yep.
That was filmed there. Where Raymond drove into the ditch.
That was in near that area.
That was near there.
Yeah. Anyway, well, like in the future,
But yeah, he's there.
there's more videos coming from there in the future.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
We have
I'm writing one.
interesting plans.
I'm planning on writing one.
Maybe
Sorry.
even some audio things.
What?
Audio things.
Oh, audio things
Or video things.
Oh yeah. Next week's podcast is going to be really spicy. You guys should check it out.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
It's a really, really good place to film stuff. Just because it's
bringing
like
in a new card, a card we haven't played yet.
yeah. It's like it's
Yes.
close to the city so we can get there easily.
Yeah.
And like everyone can get there.
No, but a
Yeah.
new card, I meant a new guest. But yes, that's besides the point.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be good.
Should be good.
Anyways, yeah, this guy's from Montreal, so he's
We
like a super cool
Get him
guy.
on the podcast?
I really like those things. Like those boxes.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can do something.
Oh, okay.
I want to hit him up, be like,
Sounds
yo,
good.
I don't think he's here very much.
What's faster, your GTR or him solving a puzzle? A million clicks.
Do a lap of drive from to Saint Sever.
No, do a lap of iCar while he's trying to solve a puzzle. Or something in the car.
There you go.
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. I found finally one person.
For one person.
Who's
Wait, is that
from
the
here?
only YouTuber you know from Montreal?
Yeah.
Technically, the largest YouTuber from the province of Quebec,
Is who?
of the most amount of subscribers, you know who it is.
Who?
Watch Mojo. They're Montreal based.
Oh, well, they don't count.
And Pornhub, they have a lot of subscribers too.
Yeah. I cut that out of my video. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I
In
didn't
the
take it
go-karting
personally.
one.
Good times. Good times. Nick, what are we doing this week? Oh, we're just messing around. Should be good.
What do you mean?
I was going to say for behind the scenes video.
Oh, well, yeah. Raymond's going to be doing it's going to be just like a funny moments
It
type
is-
of thing.
It is going to be a weekend, but instead of focusing on the future,
Yep.
let's focus on the moment in the past. Nick, you have something beautiful in front of you. Do you want to explain to me what this is?
This thing?
Yes.
This box?
Yes, this box.
This box thing?
Yes, this box.
This blue
thing.
box thing.
This blue box thing. Right
So, you might remember last week we spoke about this, and I may have forgot it at my house. This is the Stream Deck Mini for those of you who are listening on audio. I got one, which is really cool. So thank you to Elgato for sponsoring once again. This is my first time actually opening it. All I did was cut the thingies open. Also, this is weird for an Elgato box because it's a triangle instead of like a box.
It's good for shipping, though.
No, it's not.
Well, yeah, if you stack a bunch of triangles together, it stacks really nicely.
Yeah, you know what else stacks really nicely? Boxes.
Thank you, Nick.
Idiot. Anyways, the Stream Deck Mini is super, super cool. It's plugged in now, so I can't take it out of the box. But it's this really nice little thing. You can control your streams with it if you want to make videos or live stream professionally. You should check out Elgato because they make some awesome stuff. Thank you to Elgato for paying our bills and sponsoring the episodes of The Engine Failure. We're going to be working with them a little bit more, so stay tuned on some cool things. And yeah, that's Elgato. Go check them out. Thank you once again. Raymond's looking up questions, I think.
Yes, I am. We're about to enter.
It's time to do our favorite game.
It is time to.
And by our
answer-
favorite game, I mean the really annoying life advice questions.
No, they're not annoying. I know what I was gonna do this one, but it's really good. Screw it. It's sparkling water guy again.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
So, for those who didn't see, the water guy had a water addiction.
to La Croix. It's the La Croix guy. Don't worry.
We're such professionals here.
Yes, we are.
On the Engine Failure
Okay, here we
channel.
go.
Yes.
First off, I just like to say I feel bad as I may deserve a small portion of the revenue produced by the podcast as I seem to be a pivotal part of each episode. You are, but no, you're not getting anything. Suck it.
Maybe we'll buy you a bottle of water.
Hey, if ever we see you at a live event, we'll get you like
Hook us up or introduce yourself.
We'll give you a slice of pizza.
Be like, yo, I'm the water guy.
I
hook
do
you up.
understand that bagels are superior, and I have Raymond to thank for that information. I may up my bagel intake, but here is my next dilemma: the size of my fridge. This is an interesting question. This is very good.
I thought he was gonna say the size of something else.
You see, when I bought this fridge, I thought it would fit in my kitchen, but it turns out it extends approximately 2.5 inches out from the cut section. If you know what I mean. Okay. Wait,
I don't think this guy's telling the truth.
No, I don't think he's telling the truth. Anyways.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
No.
If he is, can he send us
Can I finish the
tweets?
question?
Yeah, go on.
This is what you know. I can no longer ride my mini 4-wheeler around my
That answers that question.
because the fridge is because the edge of the tire collides with the fridge. I was wondering if there was any advice as where to buy the materials to build a ramp over the counter to avoid the fridge. Thanks for reading as always, and tell Nick he needs to be more considerate when talking about my problems. Nick, you need to be more considerate when talking about his problems. Okay, so
I'm sorry, but I feel like his problems are fake.
Well, I think this is very serious. So picture this, okay?
It's like the news.
So there's an alley. He wants to build a ramp to go over the counter.
Yeah.
Instead of going through where the fridge blocks him with his mini 4x4. Now, I don't know anything about
I got a suggestion.
buying materials, but I honestly just go to a junkyard. You'll find the proper materials. Maybe you'll get some rust and then cut yourself and then,
See, I've been very unhelpful to this guy.
Yes.
In the previous episode.
You have a serious suggestion?
I have the greatest
This is a
suggestion. What I suggest
What he
is
suggests
to ditch the ATV.
Okay.
And to replace it with a motorbike.
A motorbike.
Well, a motocross bike.
A mini motocross because it's a mini
You know what I
ATV.
mean?
Yeah.
You know those little ones?
Yeah.
Those little funny dinky ones?
Yeah.
Those.
Those?
I'm just saying. It's not going to be too wide.
I mean, I have a better idea.
That's a proper suggestion.
I mean, that's a good idea. I have a more realistic one. Buy another house.
I mean, sure, that's an option
And
too.
keep the same fridge because buying a new fridge would be unrealistic.
And it'd be really expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So just buy another house.
Yeah.
That
would be a better suggestion.
That is a good suggestion. But in all honesty, if I were in his situation for the mini ATV, okay,
Yeah.
you know what you do? Just
Yeah.
get smaller tires for your ATV, and then you could still do it.
Why are we helping?
But then it would be like you would have T-Rex tires on your ATV, like a Hellcat. Why are we helping?
What are we doing? What's this show become?
It's a podcast about nothing and everything at once.
Did I tell you about my life dream?
What is your life dream?
I want to buy a house in the middle of nowhere and buy a barn and fill it with race cars. And then build a racetrack around the house.
Oh, my dream is to build the equivalent of the Nürburgring in North America.
You can't just copy the Nürburgring.
No, I didn't say the Nürburgring. I said the equivalent.
What do you mean? So
It would be
the
like
Nürburgring reverse.
No, it would be like a 13-mile. How long is the Nürburgring?
About that.
20.8 kilometers. I would want to make a 20.8 kilometer.
The poster's never been more useful in our life.
Right? I would want to make a 20-something kilometer racetrack through the mountains, like the Laurentians.
Yeah.
Imagine a racetrack going through all of those.
Yeah.
And have a village in the middle because the Nürburgring has a village in the middle. It would be a different racetrack entirely, but same idea. And it would still be open in winter so you can drive on snow.
I get you.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I think you'd kill a couple people, but yeah.
Yeah, don't worry
I
about
mean, the
that.
Nürburgring's killed a couple people, but
Yeah,
it's
it
all good.
has. So, next question.
Wait, I wasn't done my
Okay,
life story.
Oh, your life story, go.
Remember how we went on our date last week
Yes, we went on a date.
after the podcast?
After the
Raymond told me about something that he really wants to do if he wins the lottery.
Yes. Oh, we talked about lottery. Good times. So the lottery here is only ever gets up to 60 million, but unlike the United States, there is no tax on your
You
winnings.
don't pay tax. If you
So
win $1, you get
a
$1.
dollar. If you win 60 million, you get 60, which is nice,
It's
right?
the one time you get to shaft the government.
Right? No, but it's good. So me and him were talking about what we'd do if we win the lottery. So does this have something to do with it?
Well, no, you should tell the people what your suggestion was,
so
because
my-
I think it was a very good one.
So my idea was like, people win the lottery, they'll buy their friends stuff, whatever. I had a better idea. I was like, I'm going to build a house, but it's really going to be a garage where I'm going to have all my cars.
So he's going to build a garage.
Yeah, build a garage. But it's like a marble floor Ferrari style, if you've ever been to a Ferrari dealership. And then there's going to be living quarters built around suspended. So you can wake up in the morning and when you look out, you have two windows. One of them looks out on the street and you go look at the other window and you see the Ferrari,
Yeah.
Right? Stuff like that.
Yep.
And my idea is, the guys are always like, oh, if I ever win the lottery, I'll buy you a car. I'm like, no. If I win the lottery, I'll buy a bunch of cars. I'll have a cabinet with a bunch of keys, and I'll have name tags. And then it's just like, you take the key, you put your name tag. It's like, oh, Marco has the Ferrari today. Oh, okay, that's not surprising.
I'm just saying, it's a good idea.
It is. So
I think everyone should do that.
I mean, if someone wins the lottery.
So if you have $60 million, hit us up on Instagram.
Exactly.
Or Twitter or email.
Yeah, if you're willing to sponsor us for $60 million for a post on Instagram.
Man, that's a lot of videos.
I mean, no, on Instagram, it's just one picture, right?
60 mil for one picture on Instagram?
Isn't that how it works?
Man, that's got to get a
Did
lot
you see
of likes.
the Instagram list where Kylie Jenner gets $1 million. The estimate Instagram gave for Kylie Jenner is $1 million for a post to have a sponsored post.
How many followers does she have?
Like 110. It's over 8. It's over 80 million.
Yeah, I can believe 1 million, maybe more.
It's crazy.
Because like people honestly even pay me ridiculous amounts for like sponsored Instagram posts.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what are you doing?
Keep
like,
bragging about your money, Nick.
I wouldn't pay that much for an Instagram post.
Keep bragging about your money.
Okay, anyway,
Nick.
you were saying Reddit got hacked. How did Reddit get hacked?
So Reddit got hacked. I don't know the details of it, but they did post about it, and they did the best thing I've ever seen a company do when they got hacked.
Oh, well, how did they get hacked, or what happened?
No. Okay, I don't care about how they got hacked. Here's what
people got like passwords.
No, well, can I explain? Can you stop asking? I will.
Bro, you don't tell the story.
I'm about to, but you keep asking
tell the
questions.
story.
So, before I even tell the story, let me explain this to you. Yahoo got hacked, right?
Sure.
And they told the users that they got hacked and their information was stolen a year or 2 years after they got hacked.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Equifax got hacked. I don't know how long they waited, but they waited way too long considering the information involved. And then they sold you shit to fix their problem, even though, whatever. Let's just say that was a shit show.
And there was insider trading,
Reddit
but
gets
go
hacked.
on.
So usually like the turnaround for a company to tell you that information got hacked is a year, 2 years. Reddit got hacked June 14th to 18th. There was someone in their system.
Yep.
They released the full report today of what all their findings so far.
Oh, shit.
And that is impressive. From my understanding, the majority of what was compromised was a backup database from 2007. So they do have emails and login information, but it's from 2007. So either the majority of those accounts are inactive.
I didn't even know Reddit existed in 2007.
Apparently it did, right? But I don't think it's a highly compromising hack. But what I do appreciate is it's literally a month and a half turnaround.
Yeah. No, that's good.
That's really good, right?
I signed up to Facebook in 2007. And Reddit was already a thing.
We've missed out on a lot of Redditing.
That's crazy.
It is.
No, but like, what's going to be the next thing? Because we're saying this now, right?
Yeah.
We have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that shit.
What's the next social media platform?
Yeah. What's the next one?
One that doesn't optimize everything. So I have an
chronological.
So no, okay. So I have a big bone to pick. There's too much going on Facebook.
Well, Facebook's garbage.
Yeah, it is garbage, right? And I used to really like Instagram.
Facebook, you're not sponsoring.
I still kind of like Instagram, but they're ruining it because Instagram was good. You could do a certain amount of stuff in it, and it was good, right? I like the Snapchat similarity update because Snapchat
stories.
Like stories. Stories are fun.
Yep. I was super anti-stories when they came out. I was like, if you have a story up, I'm unfollowing you.
No, I was like, stories are like, it's good, whatever. Because it's like sometimes it's not worth a post, but it could be worth a story.
No,
so I understand that. I like the fact that you can do like direct messaging, like you and all that.
Yep.
Right? And you can do posts. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna try and imitate YouTube, except make it worse.
With Instagram TV?
Yeah, and I'm just like, so my issue with Facebook, there's so much going on, or there's so much optimization.
Yep.
They're ruining the platform because they were like, oh, we want to attract the maximum amount of people possible.
My Instagram account's still been like killed?
Oh yeah.
So on Instagram, I have
Sure, just cut off my story, Nick.
85,000 followers?
Just cut off my story.
No
Nick.
worries. 85,000 followers. I get like no followers on Instagram anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. They just like banned me. But it's because of that shit.
No, not maybe because you don't use their new features.
I don't know. I post on stories.
Anyways, my point being, if they keep adding stuff to it to bring new people in, right? They just alienate the people that don't want all that clutter.
Yep.
I'm starting to hate the platform. So like whoever comes next, it's just going to be someone who has something simple. Like Reddit. They've optimized the platform, but it's still pretty simple.
Wait till you see new Reddit.
Yeah, I know, I've seen it. But like the more upvotes you get, the better it is.
Yeah.
Good times.
No, but like, yeah, Reddit has problems too, though.
Yeah, I know.
Like people just like buy likes.
I know.
And stuff, which is not cool.
So, I have a question here.
But yeah, fuck Instagram.
Good times.
Fix my account.
Good times. I have a question here. It's actually an interesting one.
Oh, no.
How do you work up the courage to ask a girl out? This is different because we've been asked how to ask a girl out, but working up the courage.
Yep.
Right? And also, what was your first kiss? And how did it happen?
Don't know.
All right, that's good. So on working up the courage, there's this thing that's called liquid coward.
What?
So you know how people refer to alcohol as liquid courage?
Yeah.
It's actually liquid coward when you think of it, because you're too much of a coward to ask the person.
Yeah.
So you need alcohol to be able to let you ask the person.
Well, unless it's called liquid fun.
Oh yeah, that too. Or liquid being asked.
Or liquid throw your phone.
Yeah, or or liquid bar fight. Anyways, that I haven't
We'll
said.
tell that story
You
next
could
week.
try that, but in all honesty, just
You just gotta do it.
YOLO.
No, here, okay. Legit suggestion.
Legit suggestion?
You gotta hype yourself up.
You gotta hype yourself up.
You gotta get in that mentality that you're the best.
I have an idea.
You're the best.
Every
You're
morning in the mirror, right?
What?
Every morning in the mirror, you have to say, "I'm the best."
No one's fucking doing that.
Okay. Continue.
That's a motivational speech bullshit that you'll have to pay like $100 to go listen to some fucking seminar from some idiot who just ripped you off from your money.
Okay.
So he's not actually an idiot.
You
He's just
sound
made
like
a
you
bunch of
speak
money.
from personal experience. Continue.
That's all the seminar bullshit people. Anyways, you gotta get in that zone
Yep.
where you're the best.
Okay.
You're the fastest. You're the
Yep.
biggest. You're the strongest.
Yep.
I think go do it.
Okay.
It's very simple.
I actually have the best suggestion ever.
Yeah.
Instead of asking her out, make her ask you out.
You tell us, Raymond, because apparently yours only works 25% of the time.
No. Because I've asked girls out. I've never had a girl out. Don't worry about it. So don't worry about the details. Just make her ask you out. All right, moving on.
Is that really how... You didn't answer the second part of the question.
What's the second? Oh, what's my first kiss like?
I didn't say that.
I was very drunk, and this girl who actually is now into people that aren't guys, was just started making out with me. That was my first kiss.
Fun.
Yeah, good times. That was it. Yeah, that's. Are you excited by that?
No, it's just... Wasn't expecting that.
Okay. All right. So
Last one. Last email.
Last question. This
Yeah.
one starts off very well.
You better have a good one, please.
Why
have a good one.
is first off, why is Quebec a thing? Trust me, both
gonna be
you and me both, okay?
He'd be what?
You and me both. I don't understand it either, okay?
It's gonna be a country.
Like, I live in Ontario, right across the river from Quebec,
Yo, I miss you, buddy.
and no one wants you guys.
Yeah, neither do we, bro.
Yeah, neither do we. It'd be different if we were French
Bro,
speakers.
please don't kick us out.
We fight for Quebec, and we freak to be free from Canada.
No.
Also, I speak English, yada yada. Would you? Okay, so, which is our first language?
English.
People are curious. If
It's
we
one
speak.
and only.
There was no question. That was pretty much it, because I just thought it was funny.
Well, what's your first language? I don't actually know.
My first language is, I don't have one.
No?
I was raised in a bilingual family,
Yep.
right? So
Well, do you speak like one parent in English, one in French?
no. So right now, my dominant language is English.
Well, that's because the language you work in, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But initially, when I started learning, I always say, as like an example, my first word was oui, and
Really?
My second word was no in English. Sort of
Raymond's
thing.
a Frenchie.
No, but the idea is like I learned because one of my parents, born in Toronto, raised in Montreal.
Oh, really?
One of my parents, born in Montreal, went to Queen's.
Oh.
Queen's is an English university, by the way. So everyone's bilingual.
Yep.
So I picked up both languages just like that.
See, born in Montreal, raised in Montreal, English. Fuck off.
You're a failure to society.
No,
Nick.
I'm not. I found the one job
Yes.
that I can do and I don't need to speak French.
Yes. Well, until the government cracks down on you, that is.
Then I'm gone.
Yeah, it's true.
I've already decided I'm not paying taxes
know
anymore.
what they say.
Did you hear?
What? Whoa, you're going to jail?
No. Yes. I'm not paying taxes
Because the
anymore.
government's very fast to get you for your
Because
taxes.
here's what they're deciding to do.
Okay.
Buses.
Yes.
They've decided we're going to make some new buses.
Except they're not automated.
1, I don't use them.
Yep.
Fuck them. 2, what was the second thing? They're electric. They're good for the environment. Still, fuck them. 3, they cost $1 million fucking bucks.
Hey, you want to add any
You know
more
what they should do?
F-bombs in this podcast?
They're buying 300 of them. I'll have to put the little exploit thingy on this one.
Yeah.
They're buying 300 of them. That's the Quebec government. You know what I think would be more fun?
What?
Is if the Quebec government picked 300 people in the population randomly, gave them all P1s. I'm just saying, imagine the PR.
Oh.
They pick 300 people who've paid their taxes.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a farmer Joe
Give him a P1.
who makes milk. Give him a P1.
All right.
He's not allowed to sell it.
All right.
He has to go work in his P1 from now on.
All right.
I'm just saying, I should be in charge of the government.
I'm gonna add something. Okay. Right. We have new metro trains now, right?
Fuck them. Buy all the people who use them P1s.
No. My question is, why are there still people driving them? Why can't we get robots to do it?
Wait, there's people driving them?
Yes.
But that's bullshit.
Now the reason
Get
for
rid
that,
of them.
the reason for that is union. So I'm like,
see, you're not paying taxes either.
Yeah, I pay taxes. Screw you. Anyways, the point being, my thought process, just make them automated or make them with the capability of being automated, and then just grandfather in the automation as the union workers go out. Because that's just how an economy works. You have to optimize and increase productivity, and if you just get more, it doesn't help.
I saw a great thing from Jim Jeffries.
I study business.
There was a great thing from Jim Jeffries.
Okay.
You know how Trump's been like, bring back the coal miner jobs.
Yeah.
None of those coal miners are out of work. They're mining for something else.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Well, they got another job. Or you know how you're going to, or their argument is,
do you want to know what they're doing?
You're going to destroy small towns by removing these coal mining
places. You want to know what they're doing?
What?
A large amount of coal miners now work in solar panel installation.
Smart people. Way in the future.
Like a huge amount. Now the money they make is about 50% less at the moment.
I'm just saying, invest that money in stocks in the solar panels, and you'll be good to go.
That's beside the point. And solar panels are cheaper than ever. But like a lot of them found employment in the solar panel installation industry. That having said, people. It doesn't mean all of them found employment.
But yeah, okay. You know these coal mining towns?
Yes.
And people are worried that these coal mining towns are going to disappear if there's no more coal mining?
Yep.
The problem with your town, it's a shit town.
Nick, you're going to piss off so many people because your logic... I could have
Hopefully people can take this podcast for what it is, a comedy show. That's what it says on iTunes.
The problem with me is I study this stuff and I listen to the news and I get involved in all that, right? So whenever you say shit like that, it drives me
I'm just
crazy.
repeating Jim Jeffries.
Okay, so you're just go watch a Jim Jeffries podcast. Anyways, instead of here.
You know what the funny thing is?
What?
Is everyone's going to 5-star this episode to get a t-shirt and they're going to be agreeing with what we've said?
They're agreeing with what you said. That having been said,
I'd just like to point out this podcast, it says comedy. Okay?
Everything is meant to be taken with a grain of salt, especially when it comes to me, because I'm salty. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. It was a pleasure of me and Nick. Be sure to tune in next week. We do have a guest on.
You're going to have to cut out so much from this episode.
Yeah, but that's because you're a dumbass. That having been said, I hope you all enjoyed.
Thank you for watching, listening, joining us. I still don't know what to say.
Can you not cut me off?
I'll try next time.
Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed this
Hopefully
episode.
you 5-starred the episode.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Engine Failure. Be sure to check out Nick and me on social media, Instagram and YouTube, down in the description down below. Be sure to follow The Engine Failure on Instagram, Twitter, as well as subscribe to us on YouTube, or follow the podcast if you're listening to the audio, if you want to stay up to date with everything. That having been said, it has been a pleasure to having you with us, and we hope to hear you. We hope you
Good English.
We hope you join us all in the next one.
Send us an email.
Send us an email.
Send us enginestuff@gmail.com.
There you go.
Bye.